We're going to focus at the different layers of the network and the solution stack and tying those things together. And if we do that, I think we're going to make ourselves successful and our customers successful.
Hey Conrad, how are you?
Excellent, Steve. Welcome to Cisco at CES.
I know, it's been a calendar year since I sat down with you here, and a lot's happened in the industry in that time. And for you personally, you've had a big promotion. You're now responsible for significantly more than just the video portfolio. Tell me what else you're handling for Cisco now.
A year ago when we met, I was the leader of our SP video platform, and we've added two more pillars to that.
Right.
One pillar is our mobility platform, and then the second pillar is our NFV portfolio.
Right.
And you look and go, like, why does that make any sense? And man, this progression to the cloud that you and I have been talking about for a couple of years now, we've launched that in video. Yeah. And at video, we look at this and we go, we're learning to run it at scale.
Yeah.
We're learning to operate it like a cloud provider, and we're quite frankly starting to focus on the next thing. And as we just look to our left or look to our right, hey, there are our partners in Cisco who are all onboarding to the cloud too, and it just makes sense to bring these things together. I mean, if you think about it, video has a control plane and it has a data plane.
Right.
Mobility has a control plane and a user plane. And if we step back far enough, you go, wow, those look a lot alike.
And they should be synced up.
And they should be synced up.
And are service providers asking you to sync it up and deliver it as part of the integrated solution? Is that really where we're coming from here?
It's really interesting. And I would tell you, specifically in the United States, in Canada, and in Europe, we're seeing a whole set of operators who have video assets and mobility assets, and they're looking and they're going, hey, like I got a few million video subs here that I'm getting, quite frankly, a reasonable ARPU from. I've got a much bigger number of mobile subs that I'm getting my monthly mobile subscription from. Can you help me get video from those mobile subs? And we're really excited about that. And in fact, as you guys walk around and look at what's going on here at CES, what you're going to see from us, Steve, is you're going to see us focusing on a couple of things. One is we're looking and we're going, what are the things that Cisco should focus on that only Cisco can do? And that revolves around things like security, IP networking, data center cloud.
Right.
And as we bring those all together and we start to talk to our operators about it, they're like, wow, so you could help me deliver a tier 1 video service over my mobile network?
Right.
And we're like, yeah, we can do that, and you don't have to wait for 5G.
Right.
The second thing I think I would put out there is, if you ask me, like, what are the things that we're really focused on in the portfolio, it's taking that move to the cloud that we did in video and extending it across the rest of our portfolio, number one. Number two, we're looking and going, in the video space for that kind of next thing,
right.
Our objective is to make IP-delivered video better than broadcast. And you'll see that as you walk around and look at the demos today.
Indivisible in terms of quality. You shouldn't be able to notice the difference, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and I would say it will be equivalent from a user experience perspective, but that's just one way of thinking about delivery. If we can make it cheaper and faster and higher service velocity, and it's just as good to the user, that's a home run for our customers.
Are you applying some of the things which you learned from the delivery of video as a service into other types of service now as part of your role? I mean, things like managed security services. Did you learn lessons in video that you can apply to other value-added services then?
Let's see, we have learned some lessons, and you know what? We're learning more and more lessons every day.
Right.
I mean, you may or may not know this about us, but as an example, we've got something like 1.5 billion cloud DVR recordings served. And I quote a number like that to give you a perspective of, we are running data planes and control planes at scale around the world. And as we do that, and as we see the scale come up, and as we look and go, wow, like that's how it works in the real world, and we bring these things back inside to the engineering teams, we use that to make all of our products better. Sure. And so, as we think about sort of where we're going moving forward, to some degree, we're seeing, particularly in the data plane, this real opportunity to look at all of the things sitting above the IP network and saying, hey, what what we've got from those capabilities is really services and applications, microservices, and whether it's a mobile application or a video application or quite frankly a VPN application or security application, look, it's a service, right? And I think what you're going to see from us is making those services more and more ubiquitous, and being a much stronger horizontal play for our service providers, where they look and they go, wow, now that I have this Cisco platform, you know, I can do so many more things on top of it. And that's like, look, you don't have to come and get it from us. We're not going to lock you in. In fact, if you look at what we did in video, we took a whole bunch of our competitors and said, oh, look, you're a niche player in this part of the market, and you're a niche player in that part of the market. Welcome to the Cisco platform, and
and look at it as a marketplace.
Look at it as a marketplace. That's right.
But I tell you, Conrad, not to disagree with you, but because I understand what you're saying, you don't want to lock people in, and Cisco is all about open. But at the same time, more and more of the tier one service providers I'm talking to are looking for a single vendor solution, and I think, you know, that raises an interesting point. If we are going back, in a sense, well, it never really happened that everything was interoperable and open, but we are sort of going back to a type of pragmatism from tier one operators where they're saying, hey, listen, I'd rather not risk putting all of this together as a jigsaw myself. If I know I can get everything I need from one vendor and maybe a couple of other partners, that's what I'm going to do. What is it about Cisco at a DNA level which makes you a better choice than one of the other massive companies with a $5 billion R&D spend who are also going to claim, oh, we've got analytics, we've got security, we've got video, we've got all this sort of stuff. What is it about Cisco? Because I suspect that there are some there's some uniqueness there. What do you think?
It's a great question and a good lead-in. You know, going back to your first observation, I think we'd all agree. I mean, you and I, we've been around this industry for a while. 3, 4, 5 years ago, couple of weeks. You know, the operators would look and go, I am the system integrator. I am going to roll all the pieces together, and I'm going to pick the best of breed components. And quite frankly, they created Frankenstein.
What a nightmare.
And we've seen multiple instances of operators canceling programs, writing them off, being multiple years late. And so you look and go, so what's changing? You know, I think at a place like Cisco, we're unique in our ability to step forward and go a couple of things. Number one is we've got the balance sheet and the commitment to the marketplace to really provide a business outcome-driven economic solution. Right? And when I engage with our customers now, I go, hey, look, you're not going to pay us a lot of money up front. We'll put a model in front of you where you pay us when you get paid and you make money. That's number one. Number two, this IP-delivered cloud stuff, okay, like it looked really easy. When you actually start trying to move video, voice, and data around, it's hard. And if you look inside of Cisco and our core heritage and background, we talk about IP networking, we talk about data center, we talk about security, and we talk about understanding the end-to-end ecosystem. And I'm going to tell you, I think we're unique in the marketplace from really being able to bring those things together. And I think as you walk around today, one of the things you'll see is you'll see innovation where you go, wow, you know, I expect that from Cisco. You know, when we look, for example, and go, we've figured out how to make low latency ABR video work and work better, or we've figured out how to make it more efficient to deliver IP video over a mobile network, you look and you go, that makes sense from Cisco. And my commitment to you and to the industry is, and we're going to keep focusing on these areas and ask ourselves, what are the things that we should focus on that only Cisco can? And I think the way that we're thinking about it, and the way our customers are thinking about it is, number one, we're going to walk in our customers' shoes. They're going to see the business outcome. Number two, we're going to focus at the different layers of the network and the solution stack and tying those things together to make our customers' services better. And if we do that, I think we're going to make ourselves successful and our customers successful.
I mean, that's the vision. I think that's a fantastic story. I'm going to hold you to that this year. We're going to come back and we're going to ask for examples. You know, one of the things which I like when I talk to you, Conrad, is you mix technology with business very seamlessly, and essentially that's what the service provider needs right now. They don't need technology for its own sake, we know that, and by the way, that didn't work out so well. What they need is a combination of business and technology strategy, and I think that's exactly what you're talking about. So it's going to be an exciting year, it's going to be a challenging year, But let's keep in touch because we want to
Absolutely.
hear how it goes.
Hey, look forward to it, Steve. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. We're going to have a look around.
I think you'll see that we've made a lot of progress in the last year. We're going to make more progress between now and MWC. And hey, let's do this again in a year.
All right.
And you'll see what we can do that only Cisco can.
Well, I'm going to take you up on that at Mobile World Congress, and we're going to come back and hit you up there.
Excellent.
It's
I
great
look
to
forward
see you,
to it.
Conrad.
Likewise.
Congratulations on the promotion.
Hey, thank you. Happy New
Cheers.
Year.
Thank you.